What's happening, guys? Dave the Film Junkie here. I apologize. I meant to get out a spoiler discussion video for Venom 2 or Venom Electric Carnage. I meant to do that over the weekend, but birthday weekend, it just kind of just didn't happen. So I thought I'd do like kind of a quickish video, I guess you could say, just to kind of get out there because I did say I wanted to talk about it. And there's some things I wanted to talk about when it came to Venom 2. You guys know. You saw my first reaction. You saw my actual review. I have frustrations with this movie. I like it. Yes, definitely do. There's things I do, but then there's things I don't. And I just thought, okay, let me just do like a spoiler discussion right here. So first off, the opening of Venom. This scene, really bad. Really bad. It's interesting because, I get it. They're trying to keep the budget probably as low as they can. And instead of just de-aging Woody Harrelson and Naomi Harris, they decided to get some young actors and then dub their voices into those actors. That did not work. That did not work for me. First off, Woody Harrelson in 1996, he was making movies. He's very much, he's aged pretty well. So the actor they got was like, okay, I could see similarities, but he looks way not Woody Harrelson. And then he got his voice coming out, and I was going, holy shit. And it was like they were trying to establish that relationship, that love, which does not pay off. When they finally get to each other, it's so goddamn quick. But then it's like they were trying to make you feel sorry for Shri. Like they were making you feel sorry for her when they were kept going back to her, when they went to Ravencroft, they just like went Ravencroft. Sorry, I can't even talk right now. But when they would go back and you see her, it was almost like they were trying to make you feel sorry. But when she got out, you're like, oh, this lady's a psycho. I don't care what the fuck. It just kind of went like that. But what I did like about that added to the story was the fact that you have Cletus, who's now Carnage, who's got a symbiote. What do they don't like? They don't like the high-pitched noises. See, I think they could have played a little bit more of that. They did play with it pretty well in that final act because, when she does the scream thing, there was it was a back and forth between Cletus and Carnage where he was like, don't hurt her. And that was cool. But I almost wanted like a little bit more of that. I don't know. It's just, that opening scene did not pay off. Their whole love with each other did not really pay off. But that part of the opposites, that kind of thing with Carnage and her doing her shriek scream, that was awesome. I was like, that's cool, but it's just but everything else just, it just kind of just didn't fucking work. Anyway, so there's that aspect to it that I was like, yeah. And then when it came to so Michelle Williams, her character, obviously we know, and it's funny too because I'm now approaching this a little bit differently because I watched the first Venom last night. I did, and I actually appreciate it more now. I think I actually like the first one a little bit better than this one. Not gonna lie, but there's things I like more in this one, like the Carnage and Venom fight. I thought Riot was kind of weak when it came to the first one, but Michelle Williams. How evil is this woman? She's evil. You know why? Instead of just like, hey, guess what? I'm getting engaged. Let's meet up at the restaurant we used to meet up all the time, and I'm gonna show you that I'm engaged. How fucked up was that? That did not put her in a good light at all. I went, Jesus, that's messed up. You're gonna meet up at this place, and you're just gonna be like, I'm getting married. I was like, okay, yeah. I don't know what was going on with that. I get what they were trying to go when it came to like Venom inside his head, and they were talking and how shit he felt. But my God, it's horrible. What a horrible woman. That's so messed up. And again, I don't think she even needed to really be there. It's like, but I understand because when you watch that first one and you see how they are and the love that they have, it's really emphasized in that first one. I forgot how emphasized it was. So I kind of get why she had to like come back now. But at the same time, I'm just kind of going, when she shows up later, she's basically trying to help him out and then figures out that, Mrs. I forgot her name, Mrs. whatever in the shop that he always goes to. When Venom and Eddie break up, which was great, that was great. And then Venom does his own thing. He just gets on other people but he doesn't sync up with them. So then those people they just die. They just don't, they're not a good match. So there's that aspect that I really dug too. and then she ends up in I totally forgot her name, Mrs. What's her name, and then of course Michelle Williams gets him, and then but it was just like it still didn't feel like it. I don't know. I just didn't feel like her character was like of any importance, but to be just really fucked up to Eddie, and that part, I was like, damn, man, that was insane. So, I'm trying to think of like anything else that was spoilery. It's like, no, I mean, there wasn't really, like I said, when Cletus, bites Eddie, because he pushes Eddie's buttons and then he just gets mad. I think there could have been a little bit more. I like the aspect of the fact that Venom is so intelligent that he was able to see the jail cell of Cletus and was able to figure out where he had some buried bodies. That was cool. And I'm like, man, can we just get a little bit more of that? That's that little dynamic that could add to the Eddie and Venom dynamic that I thought was really cool. I really like that. The fact that, and then, he had Eddie he was drawing out everything. They had that scene. That was a great scene. Like I said, there's some really good stuff in here, but man, just some stuff that just does not work. And like I said, it's just so choppy and bad. I'm like, man, just to get to that final act. And then when you finally had Shriek and Cletus, I forgot what her actual real character's name is. When they finally got together, it just, you went, okay, you wanted me to feel sorry for her, but now I don't, because she did. But then again, I'm like, all right, well, yeah, they're just evil people. Sure. Okay, cool. So, and then when we get to the end, like I said, it was cool, that whole aspect of like her, and man, it was a great fight. It was a great deal. But like I said, it's just, they had that wedding thing and it was so just like boom, boom. It was like this shot, that shot, that shot. And I'm like, there's some beautiful cinematography in here and you guys are just rushing right through it, because they had like the wedding thing that was happening. And then of course they had, but it was just so stupid because Michelle Williams' character was like in a coffin, and then they had her fiance that showed up, and it was like, why that doesn't, I didn't like that. I just didn't like it. And then of course it all wraps up, and then excellent use of the F-bomb, the only F-bomb they could use. And he was just like, fuck this guy, and then just kills him. I was like, cool. But I'm like, well, so no more Carnage. Okay. So yeah, well, that's fine. But I thought that was a good use of the F-bomb at least. Okay. So now I guess the last thing I'll talk about is, of course, that mid-credit scene, which we knew, just with everybody's reaction talking about, what exactly it was, which of course it just leads into the Spideyverse. They're out. I forgot exactly where they were, beach, whatever, trying to get away from everybody. And I love the fact that they have like this good relationship, Venom and Eddie. It's cool. And then Eddie's just like, well, just show me all the stuff that you know about this universe. And then once he does it, everything goes haywire and everything changes. And sure enough, we see Tom Holland Spider-Man and J.K. Simmons, J. Jonah Jameson on the TV. And then Venom kind of knows who he is. And then he just licks the screen and is like, the whole theater was freaking out. I mean, it definitely was. I mean, they knew exactly what they should do when it comes to that tease. So that it got the job done. But I was like, all right, cool. Let's see what happens when it comes to that. But yeah, so there you go. I just want to do, that's my spoiler discussion when it comes to this. I didn't want to like do like a crazy video about it because I just didn't have time to do it this week on myself. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What do you think? What do you think about all this? Hit that like, thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you want to join, hit the join button. Of course, there's the Patreon that's down there. And of course, the Film Junkie Closet merchandise. So go check it out, guys. All right. Thank you for watching. Talk to you later.